on George Street. All the houses in Saltaire were built in terms of hierarchy, but they were occupied in terms of weekly income. The houses we can see here were built for the overlookers, and some of them, as you see, are slightly bigger than the others. So these may have been for the executive or the senior overlookers, so overlookers overlooking the overlookers. All the overlookers' houses benefited from a little garden in the front. They had 3 bedrooms and they had 4 panels, very importantly, in the doors. But every single house in Saltaire benefited from 5 important features: clean running water, a good drainage system, open-ended streets where the lovely light and the air could flow freely. Every house had gas, and every house in Saltaire had a backyard. And in the backyard was a midden, a privy, a toilet. Thanks to these benefits, life expectancy rose considerably. Just down the road in Bradford at the time, life expectancy was around 18 years of age. Here in Saltaire, it rose to around 70. This grand house here is the second largest house in Saltaire, 9 bedrooms, belonged to Colonel Thomas Henry Hill. He wasn't really a colonel, but he was in charge of the rules in Saltaire, and there were many rules. Titus didn't want the police in Saltaire. He had his own rules, and the colonel was in charge of implementing them. And if you look at the top of his house, you'll see what we think is a watchtower. He could look down and see all the streets in Saltaire and see what the citizens of Saltaire were getting up to. A question for you. Every single house in the village had one of these. Any ideas what it was used for? It's a boot scraper. So every house in Saltaire has a boot scraper. Many of them have been filled in today, but back in the day, all the houses were owned by the Titus Salt Mill estate, and they didn't want the residents going in their muddy boots. So this is the boot scraper.